Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to give a demonstration on the potential risks that can be involved when loading up Microsoft Excel workbooks that have macros set up in them. And so I have a file already here that's called Excel malware example. I'm going to go and open that up. This can be a file that you get from the internet, perhaps from somebody you know or somebody you hire to do some work for you. Hopefully most people have good intentions and don't do this to you. Here is the potential risk though of macros and the damage it can do to your computer or your personal information. When you load up Microsoft Excel and you open up the file that has macros inside it, you're going to get the security warning that says macros have been disabled. Now if you're already familiar with macros and VBA programming, it is best to go to your developers tab, go to the Visual Basic environment before even running the code and examining each piece of code in the sheets, in the workbook, like for example workbook open, and the modules that are in there, user forms, anything that could have code in them. Just examine them, make sure there isn't any kind of content that can damage your computer or steal your personal information. That being said, let me give you a demonstration as to what can happen. I'm going to close this and I'm going to open it again, but this time I'm going to click Enable Content where it says macros have been disabled. And then the moment I do that, we get an error that says error loading Excel window. I'm going to go on and click OK. And so now Excel is hidden. Now what I actually did in this workbook is I created a macro that executes the moment you hit Enable Macros or the moment the Excel application is loaded. And if you had macros always enabled, and this is exactly what's going to happen, you're going to get an error, Excel window is going to close, and then a macro is going to be running in the background. But of course I'm not going to do anything that's going to harm the computer, so instead I put a message box. Although you do not see Microsoft Excel, it is not running in the background, and this macro could very well be collecting all your data or harming your computer. So nowhere on my computer can I see Microsoft Excel running. I could go to my task manager and see that Excel is running in the background, but just on the screen itself it's not visible. But I'm going to go on and click OK, and Excel is going to show again. That's what I have programmed the macro to do. And let me first show you that macro. That macro is just in this workbook, and all it is workbook open. All we're doing is looking for the Excel main class name, and as long as it's visible, we're going to make it invisible. We're going to wait for 4 seconds and then post that message box. But here we go. I'm going to show you the risks that are involved though. I'm going to pull up a user form right here. I'm going to hit F5 to play it. All I'm going to do is click Begin Looking, and let me show you what this application is doing. I'm going to open up an Internet Explorer browser window. I'm going to go to hotmail.com. And at hotmail.com, I'm not going to type in it, just username at example.com. But under password, look at this screen as I type in the password. Let's say I type in money1234. I have my number lock on, 1234. The user form is capturing what's inside the password box. And if I was to type in testing 1234, again, it's capturing what's inside the text box. And all this could be running in the background and you not even realize it because of the error that came up in the beginning. But I just, again, wanted to show you a couple of things that can happen with these macros, the potential risks that are involved when receiving files from somebody that gave you an Excel document. I'm going to close this out and go to Visual Basic and just give you a little bit more examples. Under Begin Looking, other things that can be done. This is the code that we use right now to look at the Internet Explorer window. All we're doing is looking for this specific text box, which we know is specific to Hotmail. We can delete files if we wanted to using the kill command. There are several API statements that allow you to take control of other window applications. You can design keyloggers to record keystrokes. With all the data that you can collect, you can connect and send emails via WinSock or through Microsoft Outlook, and everything can be completely hidden from the user. So just a word of caution, be very cautious when you're loading up applications that have VBA macros. You want to look for certain things like this. Like A kill command would be kind of a red flag depending on what the application is doing. Any kind of API statements like find window EX. And just to give you a little bit more examples of API, I'm going to double click this module. And these are all API statements that are built into Windows. And these are just a few of them. These are not all of them, but these are some of the ones that I commonly use in applications that I build. But just wanted to give a little quick demonstration on the potential risks of these kind of applications. So just be cautious with them. Make sure when opening these applications that you do know the resource they're coming from. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.